Huepa, huepa, huepa. So, once again, this is Joe Burgos, aka DJ Cocotazo, coming at you from the Pia Canela Dance School. We're about to start our live cast. There we go. Yeah, I'm early today. So, here they come, here they come. Huepa. You're listening to the sounds of La Excelencia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Joe Burgos, aka your DJ Cocotazo, and here is our live stream. We're coming at you early this morning, and the reason why is because we have a very special guest that we are going to be bringing on in just a few minutes in order to explain one of the most fantastic trips that you will take in your lifetime. And you don't want to miss this, guys. Once again, if you've never seen us before, we are currently live on YouTube, live on Instagram, live on Facebook in order to get our message out to our fans, to our students, to our peers, to our instructors, to everybody that is part of the family of dancers that is Pia Canela Dance School. So I want to start this week with a gigantic thank you, an immense thank you. It can't be said enough. Thank you for coming out and supporting us on our 25-year anniversary. We've been very hard at work the last couple of weeks ever since the anniversary that happened at Hard Rock Cafe, preparing, a recap, getting videos done, getting pictures uploaded. The night was so extensive that it's taken us quite a while to get all that. I know you guys are anxious to see some videos, some of the shows. Remember that we did live stream it straight to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. So some of that footage is already available if you want to see that as well. But again, thank you for the students, body, alumni coming out. It's great to see some of you. Some of you only come out once a year to celebrate with us. And of course, that's always well appreciated. Some of the instructors, the old instructors came out. Congratulations to those of you that got awards for first year instructors, or even, awards for being part of the Pia Canela family. Our consigliere, congratulations to Lou, our matriarch, congratulations to Maggie. It truly was an amazing event. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Hard Rock Cafe, which allowed us to use their live theater for the celebration of our anniversary. So if you guys want to be returning to the same, we can want to continue asking for your support, because we're going back to the Hard Rock Cafe on November 21st, guys. Yes, on November 21st, we're going back to the Hard Rock Cafe, but we may not be inside the theater unless we get tickets sold. So let's go ahead and start buying those tickets. Tickets go on sale today. They're already live on TicketWeb. You'll see the promotion coming out later today. And of course, we're going to have performances, free classes, giveaways, the whole deal. And it's either going to happen inside the New Yorker ballroom, which is inside the Hard Rock Cafe, or inside the theater where we held the anniversary. So hopefully you guys come out and support once again, so that we can continue holding on to that venue that I believe the New York City salsa scene so righteously deserves. It is truly an amazing, amazing venue where we're going to be working with, and not only hosting socials, but other events there as well. Stay tuned for those announcements, okay? Now, aside from that, again, I know you guys are waiting for pictures and videos and all that. We're working very hard and very diligently on that. But I want to remind you that, again, we're going back to November 21st to the Hard Rock, but on November 28th, Black Friday, we're going to be at SOBs as well, right? So that event starts at 6 o'clock. Remember, SOBs is free as long as you get to before 6:30, but you got to be on the guest list. We'll have performances, all that good stuff, all the way until 10 p.m., and that's happening on Friday, November 28th. All right. Before I forget, also, we just launched the holiday performance class, which is going to be choreographed by Bianca Soto. It is a combination of both in-person and virtual classes. If you would like to participate, this is the 8th annual holiday performance class, I believe. So if you've seen videos, and we're going to be putting them up, we're going to be reposting them again. If you've seen those videos, you want to participate, create memories for yourself and your family and your loved ones via dance, this is your opportunity to go ahead and participate with Bianca. So all you have to do is email Bianca at piacaneladancers.com. You just saw her do the Thriller Halloween performance class. She's getting ready for the holiday class, and it starts, I believe, next week. You don't want to miss that, guys. All right. So with that said, I don't want to take much of your time. I want to go ahead and bring on our guest today, because we're going to be talking about one of the most amazing trips, a trip of a lifetime, truly a dream trip that we took last year. We had an opportunity to go and teach and dance and learn and just have an amazing time, a magical time in the wonderful country of Egypt. So we're going to bring on the organizer so that we can go over the packages that are available, how you're going to get there, what fun you're going to have, what workshops, what shows, what to expect, how much it's going to cost, how we're going to make it all happen for you guys. And here's a clip from what happened last year. Wrong clip. Misty's laughing at me right now.
La mano arriba, esto es un atraco. Pa' una bellaquita Dios le puso un buen bellaco. Se quitó los tenis, se puso los tacos. Pero ella me conoce por los flacos, con los flacos. Lento, ella siempre me lo pide lento. Vamos a la cama y sin arrepentimiento. Siento que este baile es nuestro bien violento. No lo quiere fuera, ella me lo pide dentro. Y que levante la mano la que piense que esté buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena. Que levante la mano la que piense que esté buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena. Ella está soltera y quiere vacilar la noche entera. No para de perrear. Ella está soltera y quiere vacilar la noche entera. No para de perrear. No para de perrear. No para de perrear. No para de perrear. José de la Cera, Chusel tiene los mandos. Omar Monte, pa 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 pa.
So, mi gente, so with that said, guess what? Pia Canela is returning to Egypt for the Egypt World Congress 2026. And I know you guys want to go. You don't want to miss this. With that said, let's go ahead and bring on our guest, which is Misty, the famous, worldwide, universally known organizer of the Egypt World Salsa Congress. Hey, Misty, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Still in recovery mode from our local Congress, but doing pretty good. But you didn't show him, Joe, the quad bikes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, my goodness. Last year was, for those of you that didn't get a chance to go, I know that you're saving up your pennies to go next year, but it was truly a magical trip because there was so much packed in such a short amount of time. Okay. And we did truly everything. I mean, it was amazing. We had some issues with the Red Sea, I remember, but the organizers were so flexible and immediately switched it over to doing these ATVs and these bikes, which are, when are you going to say that you rode an ATV in the desert in Egypt? And it was a magical, magical moment.
Well, we actually now, because that trip, as unplanned as it was so popular with the different participants of the festival, that we have now actually included that in the schedule of the 7-day pass this year. So this year you'll have the boat trip and you'll have the desert safari as well.
I mean, that's certainly something that they don't want to miss.
So just to give some dates and information, the trip is from April 8th to 18th if you do the full 10-day package. The first 7 days you come in and you do the boat trip and the Congress and then the desert safari. And then we travel to Cairo and we do 2.5 days of sightseeing in Cairo. And we literally see everything in Cairo, the pyramids. This year we have the joy of going to the Egyptian National, what is it called? The Grand Egyptian Museum, the new museum that Egypt just opened, which has 50,000 pieces from King Tut's
5,000 pieces for the first time.
Okay, 5,000 okay, well, you gotta say this is my husband, Michael.
Hi.
Hi, Michael.
We will show the 5,000 pieces from the tomb of King Tutankhamun for first time. And museum will hold about over 100,000 pieces for like new to show.
So this will be something that we actually didn't get to do last year because the museum wasn't open, that we're going to do this year. as well as a cruise on the Nile River, medieval Cairo, and a bunch of other like little things like the markets and things in Cairo that you don't normally get to see. So it's a really magical experience. We get to do a lot of different things as a tourist, and we also get to do a lot of different things as dancers. One of the nice things I think about this Congress is it's a little bit of a smaller Congress. So it's a little bit more like a boutique Congress. So you really get to hang out with the teachers. I mean, you get to have drinks with, people that you only meet and, once in a blue moon that you see on a stage far, far away. And so I think this is one of the really cool things about Egypt is that you get really close interaction, almost masterclass boot camp level interaction with all of the teachers in the classes.
Yeah, it is a very intimate setting. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And then on top of that, we have the 5-star luxury resort that's all inclusive that we stay at. That's right on the Red Sea. So you have this beautiful environment that you're in as well. And we get the chance to perform on a really cool outside stage that is very unique and different than any of the stages that you generally perform on at a Congress, which are always inside a conference room in a hotel somewhere. Nothing really interesting about them except for the fact that they're there for the Congress. And I think the level of the artistry is really a really high level. So we have an amazing salsa lineup, including you guys, Eddie Torres and the Mambo Company as well, and Marco Ferrari from Italy, as well as Arcadia and Constantine from our hometown of Sweden. Mm-hmm. So we have a really cool on-two lineup. So it's definitely going to be, if you're on-two people, this is definitely a Congress for you, as well as an amazing bachata lineup as well, and kazumba as well. So we do a little bit of everything. This year, we're going to have day socials, beach socials, socials in the evening. So there will be a lot of chances to dance that's the main reason for going, as well as having the gorgeous, beautiful hotel.
Yeah. One of the things that I think our guests enjoyed last year was the flexibility that they had, because some people say, oh, it's from April 8th to 18th. I can't leave work for 10 days or I can't leave the family for 10 days, but you don't necessarily have to do that. There are packages that are 5, 7, and 10 days already set, but they can also be customized. Can we talk a little bit about that for people that have that concern?
Yeah. So I mean, basically, because this festival is small and it's not like one of these massive festivals, it makes it very easy for us to customize the trips in any way, shape, or form for the different customer. We have the 7-day package and the 10-day package, which are standard and the most commonly sold ones. But I have people that will come in a couple of days late, people that can only come for half the Congress. Last year, we had some people that came the last day of the Congress. They just wanted to play tourist, and they came in and they were just a tourist for 5 days with us. And we had a great time, I think, with all of the people. So we can definitely customize per customer whatever they need to do. If they want to do some specific traveling in addition as well, that's something that we can offer. For example, we have a side trip in Sharm el-Sheikh to the Moses' Mountain. That is something that you can do. You leave in the evening, you hike up the mountain, and you have sunrise on the mountain, and you see where Moses was he given the 10 commandments on the mountain? Yes. Okay. And so that's something that's like very cool experience. And then you also see one of the big monasteries there. And it's not something, though, it's a strong hiking trip. So it's not something that not everybody would want to go on. And then we also have side trips to Luxor, side trips to Alexandria, and side trips to Aswan that we can add on if somebody would like to add on an additional trip.
Yeah, well,
but
that's the fun part, because it's so flexible for people that have never been to the Egypt World Salsa Congress before. They don't necessarily have to go for 10 days. They can go for 3, 5, 7, 10, or any customized package that, Misty can easily organize for you guys. We know that because that's what would happen last year. We had a few people that couldn't. Some people didn't want to go to the Congress. Like you said, they just wanted to play tourist. But also for people that may want to return, this is where I got excited, because this is our second year going, and we see that there are other trips. The hotel is different, number one, right? But there are also other trips for people that if they went last year, they're going to have a completely different experience if they go this year, right?
Yeah. And we're in a different city. So last year we were in Hurghada. This year we're going to be in Sharm el-Sheikh, and this is a totally different city. And it's also a little bit easier to get around this city. So if you want to like do some other things in the city, that's also possible and very easy to do. So it's going to be a very different experience, I think, for people than from last year.
Mhm, mhm. No, this year we're recommending not only people that are new to join our group that's going, but also if you have the opportunity to go a second time, why not take in even more of Egypt on this trip? Again, we're staying at a different hotel, we're staying in a different city, and we're going to visit different sites. There are also add-ons that you can go ahead and choose to do if you've already seen certain things and don't want to see them again, right? That's pretty much the summary.
Pretty much, yes.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, when last year we went to Luxor, for example, so this year we're not going to Luxor. But if somebody wanted to add Luxor on at the end of the trip, maybe somebody that didn't go with us last year, we will probably have a small group that will go to Luxor at the end of the trip. So I have had a couple people that actually have contacted me and are like, oh, we want to stay even longer than 10 days. And I'm like, okay. So there's some people are going to be doing some extra things as well.
Yeah, that's how we felt. We went for 10 days and we were like, oh man, we should come here for like at least 3 years or something, because this was such an amazing trip and there's so much to see. I mean, you go walk into a museum, you want to stay there for like a week because there's so much to really absorb.
Especially the new museum. It's going to be really amazing. And none of the people that went last year have seen this museum. So this is going to be a very cool experience for them.
Yeah.
And I think we have a little clip of that we sent you as well.
Yeah. By the way, if you're watching this, guys, don't forget this is Pia Canela's live cast. We do this every single week, usually around 2:30. Today we're coming in early because of the time difference between us and Egypt. We wanted to get the information for Egypt World Congress to you guys as quickly as possible. But you can also visit our website where we're going to be embedding this video so that you have an opportunity to watch it and get the information that you need if you can't see us live. So go to piacaneladancers.com, go to events, go to congresses. You'll see all the information basically there, along with a full breakdown of the itinerary, prices, which is where I'm heading next, and of course, any other information that you may need. Plus, you can also just text us or join our chat where Misty can also answer your questions there if we can't get to those questions or don't know the answers to. So that way we have a very organized group that knows exactly what's happening at every minute at a time. So let's talk a little bit about affordability, because we find it quite affordable, especially since they can do it in installment payments as well. And the idea is not to wait to the last minute, guys, because we had like 1 or 2 people that waited to like a month before, and it became very expensive for them, with the airfare being expensive, with the packages being expensive. But if you start now, right, before the deadline, you can go ahead and simply do 3 payments and you're done, guys. That's it. So you do your payment now in November, December, January. By February, you're buying your flight, you're ready to go. It makes it very, very easy.
And right now, I think the flights are just, if we're looking at the flights from, like, say, New York to Cairo, which is the common round trip flight that people take. And then usually from Cairo, they take a short hopper flight to Sharm el-Sheikh. And because on the way back, if you're with us in the big group, we do the transfer from Sharm el-Sheikh to Cairo. So you would normally, if you're going to do the whole 10 days, fly in to Sharm el-Sheikh and out of Cairo. And right now tickets from JFK to Cairo are like around 800, which is really not bad for a round trip ticket to Europe or Egypt in this case.
Yeah. And here's a pro tip, guys. Last year, our group divided themselves between 2 airlines. Some people took Egypt Air. Some people took Qatar Airlines. We took Qatar Airlines. We loved it, but it was a longer trip because we had to fly all the way to Qatar and then from there come back to Cairo, and then from there take the puddle jumper that went over to I forgot the name of the town where it was.
Hurghada.
There you go, to Hurghada. But some people took Egypt Air, which flew directly to Cairo, made the trip 4 or 5 hours shorter, and then took the puddle jumper to Hurghada at that point. So I'm assuming that they can do the same, something similar this year.
Yeah, I mean, there are some new routes that have been opening up to Sharm el-Sheikh, so they might even be able to find some like flights that go like US, London, Sharm, which is a common route for the tourists, because EasyJet has a lot of like routes from London to Sharm el-Sheikh. So there's some other like airlines also that they can do some hoppers too as well. But usually
they have a flight to Turkish Airlines from New York to Sharm el-Sheikh direct.
they have a flight from New York to Sharm el Sheikh direct.
No,
Wow.
they have the layover in Istanbul.
Istanbul, but look at that layover.
Yeah, but it's they can find a different.
But there are different options, like to go to Istanbul or to go to Cairo, where it's very common. It's stop before Sharm el Sheikh. And right now that flight is running $880
There
Round
you
trip.
go.
round trip.
Okay. So in the end, guys, the recommendation is not to wait because obviously things get more expensive the closer you get. But especially for the packages that you're going to buy, the idea is to, divide them into 3 installments. So that way it doesn't, come at you all at once. But, let's quote some prices here. So based on a double occupancy, right? A single person is paying now how much?
Okay. Let me get my price list out.
Oh, sorry. So while she's doing that, guys, you can go all by yourself if you want to, but that's going to be more expensive, right? Because then you're paying a little bit extra because you're getting a room for yourself and all that stuff. So instead, what you want to do is go with 2 people, minimum of 2 people, you and a friend. So that way you can share the expenses and it'll be less expensive for both of you. That is the biggest recommendation and a pro tip that we want to pass on to people. Some people last year went by themselves and they had to pay another, extra amount because they were all by themselves. But if you're going with 2 people, then it makes it even more affordable. I think it's $1,500 something or other. But if you divide it into 3 payments, that's only $500 a month. And, that makes it a lot easier to go ahead and afford a trip like this that you don't want to miss, because when else are you going to go to Egypt? When else are you going to be able to say you danced salsa in Egypt? When else are you going to say that you performed? When else are you going to say that you took classes there, that you visited?
And you guys did a whole choreography, I think, in front of the pyramids.
Yes, we did. And on a personal basis, ever since Egypt happened, we've been on a roller coaster ride, and we are way behind. But now that the end of the year is coming, we're going to be going back to from the beginning of this year to the end, posting a lot of stuff that we didn't get a chance to post. Some of which was the Egypt trips that we're going to be reposting because we didn't get a chance to. We've been extremely busy. So, and hopefully that encourages people to be inspired to go for 2026 at the same time.
So right now, if you were to buy a double room, which is 2 people, for the 10-day trip, it's going to be $1,590 per person in euros, not dollars. And that's basically 3 payments of $530. And for 10 days, with 7 of those being in a 5-star all-inclusive resort, and all of the trips, all of the food, and transfer from Sharm el Sheikh to Cairo, that is a pretty darn good price. If you're looking at, and that includes your full pass as well.
There you go. So again, the fact that it's all inclusive, that you don't have to worry about anything. Obviously, you want to take a couple of bucks for personal reasons, right? And trinkets and souvenirs and stuff like that, or maybe some additional trips you want to do.
I think a few people had problems getting their suitcases closed last year because they didn't do much shopping.
That's true.
I recall a few stories.
Yes. Oh my God, they were definitely into shopping. But the fact that it's all packaged in and you basically pay before you get there and you don't have to really worry about anything else, that is peace of mind, guys. And what better way to enjoy your vacation than having that kind of peace of mind? So when is the deadline for the payment process?
For the initial deposit, we have our next price increase will happen on the 10th of November. So they have to get their first deposit in before November 10th.
But
There you go, guys.
But only for PL Canellas people.
Yeah.
The other people have till November 6th.
Okay.
So you guys have a special deal. So you get a couple more days.
There you go, guys. So you can't complain. Look at that. We are bringing not only the organizer of the Egypt World Congress to give direct information to our people, but they've generously have given us an extension for Pia Canela students, fans, family members, peers, anybody that's out there listening. If you want to go on this Egypt trip, which I know you want to, you have until next Monday, November 10th, to go ahead and put your deposit. Not even pay the whole thing. Not even ask for airfare. Not even tell your boss yet. Put your deposit down and get it in, so that way you can do it in installments and it won't hit you in one shot. And in this economy here in the US, you definitely want to go ahead and take advantage of the installments. You don't want to go ahead and all of a sudden have to pay $2,000-$3,000 because you want to do it all in one shot. Unless you have it like that, then amen to you.
Hey, then you can pay it ahead of time and be not worry about it.
There you go. All right. The more the merrier. What else can people expect from the Egypt World Congress?
Well, I mean, besides amazing artists, amazing excursions, world wonders, and great food and accommodation, and just great energy,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else we can provide.
No, I mean, let's talk about, first of all, the Congress was
That's
very
pretty
welcoming.
much the full package.
Yeah. The
Oh, and
Congress,
the chance to perform with a really amazing artists. I mean, I think the performance stage is really beautiful.
Mhm.
And I think that that was one of the things that the students last year really enjoyed
yes.
was to perform there, because it's a very different experience than a normal performance might be at, say, a congress or an event. So this was something I feel like was really unique for them,
Yeah,
and that
absolutely.
was
It was
based
unique
on the
for us.
feedback that we got.
Yeah, it was unique for us. You know, the videos don't do it justice because we had an opportunity to perform, guys, at an outdoor amphitheater. That is, unheard of. You know, the only thing that I've come close to doing that was performing outdoors in the Dominican Republic, but doing it in Egypt with the whole resort behind you, it was just magical. It was just amazing. And having all the
Right.
artists at the end come on board and come together, the Congress was extremely welcoming for people from the US and all that. Security was a big issue last year. And I mean, me personally, I couldn't have felt more secure. We had an official on board every time we went on an excursion or on a bus trip that was always there to kind of help out with any kind of paperwork and stuff like that we needed. Mike did an amazing job. Your husband, which was our number one guide, because wherever Mike went, we went. But he facilitated all the tickets, where most tourists, if you go by yourself, you have to stand on these lines, which takes away from the experience because it's an hour wait sometimes on these lines, if not more. Whereas with your group, we were able to immediately have tickets arrive, get in, and maximize the amount of time that we had in order to go ahead and visit some of these locations. And then
And that's
Mike's
especially
recommendation.
important when you're in like the pyramids or one
Yeah.
of these like heavily tourist visited spots, is
Yeah.
that we have that. And also, like, I know security can be a bit of a concern, Americans, because the government's all like, oh my God, orange level, blah, blah, blah. But it really isn't like that when you're there. We literally have police with us pretty much when we travel with the buses. We're police escorted to the tourist destinations. And then on top of that, like you said, we have a representative from the government usually traveling with us as well, in addition to Michael and our tour guide.
Yeah. I mean, we felt very, very secure everywhere we basically went. And Mike's recommendation on food is, without question, what we look forward to. Okay, because that seafood place that we went to at the end, oh my God, that was just insane. That was
There's
insane.
shrimp as big as your head.
So,
And I think Joe ate them all.
oh my God, we had an amazing time. We really did. And just taking in the culture, taking in the hospitality, sharing it with dancers from around the world was a very unique experience. And not to mention the fact that you're in Egypt, you get to see the pyramids, you get to see the museums, you get to see the tombs, you get to experience the desert. I mean, it's truly a trip that sets itself apart, that for people that have always thought about going and never had an opportunity or never knew how, let us go ahead and guide you through it so that you can go ahead and experience it just like we did.
If it's on your bucket list, this is the time to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Misty, thank you so very much. Michael, thank you so very much. I know you're out there. There you are. There he is. They're working hard, guys. Okay. Again, let me just give you the flyer right here. We will be at the Egypt World Dance Congress, guys. Not only salsa, but bachata, but kizomba, but everything else they throw at us. We'll be dancing over there for a whole 10 days of dancing, of learning, of teaching, of socializing, of having a good time, taking in the country, taking in the food, bothering Mike, driving Misty crazy. We're going to do it all April 8th through the 18th. And it's all happening, guys, in Egypt. All right. If you want more information, go to our website, piacananadancers.com. We're going to be updating it from last year's information today, adding the videos, adding the whole itinerary so you know exactly what to do. Misty is on our chat. So if you want, you have WhatsApp. Join the WhatsApp chat. How do you do that? Simply send us a message. You can email us, joe@piacananadancers.com, bianca@piacananadancers.com. You can text us at 917-737-1108, or simply talk to us as you cross us in the hallways of our school or at our events, and let us know that you want to be part of the WhatsApp chat. That is the quickest way to get the information that you need. Yes, we've been through this before, so let us help you. If you need help with flights, if you need help with getting a roommate, sometimes people need that as well, so that both of you save money. If you need a further explanation on how to finance this specific trip, let us go ahead and help you with it. That's why we went on it last year. That's why we're going on it again. Truly a magical trip. Truly something that you don't want to miss, guys. And what better way to do it than with the Pia Canela Dance School, and of course Misty giving us all the information. Thank you so very much for getting on board with us, and we look forward to next year.
Okay. See you soon.
See you soon, Misty. Thank you. Bye, Mike.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So there you have it. What you want to do is, once again, join our, whoops, let me just fix that. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and join our WhatsApp chat, because it really is the fastest way of getting the information that you want. You want more information, go to our website, piacananadancers.com. There, we're going to be posting all the information, and this week, between now and Monday, we're going to be blasting out all of this information as quickly as possible so that people get their deposits in by Monday. Don't forget, again, that we have our next Hard Rock Cafe on November 21st. Our next SOBs on November 28th. Copa will be coming up in December. Palma Verde, I believe, is on November 26th as well. We'll have more information about that coming up in the next live, guys, hopefully this Friday or next Wednesday. My name is Joe Burgos of the Pia Canela Dance School, a.k.a. DJ Cocotazo. I will see you next time.